Hi friends, how's it going? Well, welcome back. It's Thursday, I know. Out here burning some kerosene, huh? Yeah, well, we got a fun little lineup, and I'll introduce the gang here in just a minute. But this is the 3rd of July, and this will be my homage, my contribution to Independence Day for this year. And I know a lot of you guys out there in the States are starting to snap pictures of your patriotic lantern offerings, and I always enjoy seeing that on the Tubular Lantern group for sure. So anybody that's subscribed here and you're on the Lantern group, definitely I'm looking forward to seeing your guys' pictures of your lanterns you burning for your backyard barbecues or whatever you choose to observe. So I'm looking forward to that. So on the bench we have our Winfield Cyclone Cold Blast, big guy wearing the red. We have our Liberty, offered by Simmons Hardware out of St. Louis, Missouri. This is made by CT Ham. I've showed it several times. You should be no stranger to you guys. And then I have the 1880s or late 70s Dietz number O, blow hold tubular. And this is a very special lantern. I don't burn it very often. Because it's very old and it's very expensive, especially with that cobalt globe. But I burned that globe several times before, and it's never exhibited any issues of glass cancer, so I felt I could light up for 4th of July. So we have our patriotic color guard here. That's right. But anyways, I'm going to be taking these guys to a barbecue tomorrow. My car club president, Eddie Sanchez. He usually holds a little barbecue thing at his mom's house down in South Monrovia, near the border of Duarte. And Duarte is always shooting off fireworks. They still allow them there, and so we can sit in the backyard and enjoy fireworks on the other side of the border of Monrovia. So we won't be shooting them off ourselves, but we'll see them from Duarte, which is right on the other side of the fence. So it's fine. It's going to be a lot of fun. But we're going to have a lot of good food. He's always preparing and barbecuing a lot of good food. He's always got the hot lakes going, and then also cornbread, and his barbecue beans are absolutely exquisite, and we'll be out there just enjoying, the festivities. And, I'm bringing a cigar so I can sit out there and have a cigar with the guys and have some whiskey. And, of course, a very special guest will be joining me this year. That's right, and she's going to get to know the car club guys and enjoy their hospitality and with his family, and they're always lovely and fun to hang out with, and it's a good vibe. It's a good vibe, and Eddie's family has adopted me into their family, and I'm very honored to be part of their family as well. It's a chosen family. But it's always a good time. I've been going down there for the last several years, and it's always nice. And it's just chill, relax, good food, good conversations, and a little spirits. It's nice. It's a good thing. And we always enjoy some good fireworks from the neighboring city of Duarte, and it's driving the antique car down there, and it's always a good time, for sure. So this is our color guard. That's right. And, excuse me. I think I got a text just now. Hold on a second. Just see who texted me. Oh, okay. Not too important. I will text them later. Yeah. Anyways, 4th of July is an interesting time of year for a lot of people here in the States. And people of my age and older, of course, we like to reflect and remember 4th of July of our childhood. That's right. When I was a kid, it was in the 80s. And we used to all go down to my grandparents' house over in Arcadia, and they used to allow fireworks there. And we would always enjoy buying a box of fireworks at a local stand out of the parking lot, and then we go and set them off after a barbecue and a good swim on July 4th. And my grandparents had a pool, and it was always a lot of fun. All the aunts and uncles there. It was always a lot of fun. It was always great, Smell of, hamburgers and hot dogs on the grill, and Ruffles potato chips and Shasta soda, root beer or lemon lime or whatever, Yeah, remember Shasta? It's still around. You can get it at most dollar stores, I think, but it's not a primary brand anymore. No, but they still make it. And Shasta actually goes back to the 50s, and maybe even earlier than that. I can't remember, but maybe early 60s. But anyhow, yeah, I remember that. You know, barbecue flavored Ruffles chips and sour cream and onion and Doritos or whatever. But, you know, the typical barbecue fare. My grandma always made a really good, solid potato salad. I miss her potato salad. I have not had it in, gosh, 30 years at least. Something like that. It's ridiculous. But, you know, it's... family gets older and they're not doing the same things anymore. And it's part of getting older. It's part of the years going on, you know. And that whole family unit has gone in separate ways in different directions. And, you know, family can be that way sometimes. But, you know, those days were great. And at least I had those days. They were special, and I remember them fondly. I remember my grandpa, my late Grandpa Hatch, he loved those snakes. Those little black tablets, and you set them on, you know, you light them with the punk, you know, that little stick that was like a smoldering stick, and you light it with the punk, and it just, you know, it just burned, make all this smoke, and it was just like ash in the shape of a snake. It was hilarious. But he loved those things. He thought those were great. He thought they were the greatest thing. I'm like, Grandpa, those are not exciting. They don't do anything. They just make a black smudge mark on the concrete, you know, eventually. You know, but he loved them, and we always had sparklers, and we're writing our name with the sparklers. Remember that, you know, and just holding two of these little wires with, you know, balls of fire on the end is hilarious. But, you know, I think one of the earliest memories of 4th of July I have, I think I was either 3 or 4 years old. I had to be 3. I think I was 3 years old. And it was at a family reunion. And my grandfather had Action RV over on Live Oak in Arcadia. And he would just pick a trailer on his lot and hook it up to his truck and haul it down there. You know, and so I remember being in that trailer at night, and my 3 cousins were in the trailer, Tina and Denise and Robert, and my brother. Well, my brother was really small. He was 2 years younger than me. He was probably being held by, no, I think he was about a year old at the time. But then I remember my grandpa was in the trailer in the kitchen area, and he was going through the refrigerator, and he was asking if we wanted a candy bar, and he gave us a cold Snickers right out of the freezer, and he kept them in the freezer. And it's like, well, they were too hard. They're not ice cream bars. They're regular Snickers bars. And it didn't work out so well, but I remember outside seeing bonfires and just seeing faces lit up by the limited light out there. And a very selective memory of that family reunion, but that had to be 1981, maybe somewhere around there. But yeah, that was a long time ago. But, you know, we used to do a lot of celebrating up through the 1990s and everything, but then it all started to change as everybody got older, and you know, different things were happening. But that's what happens. It's just time. It really is. But now I have, you know, I have other friends, and we all get together and we enjoy 4th of July together, and that's great. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow, because I'm going to be hanging out with a very good friend, my friend Eddie, and his son and his mother and his siblings and their wives and their kids and everything. So it's going to be really nice. And of course, my special lady will be with me, and that's going to be lovely. It's going to be very enjoyable. And we'll be making some fun memories that will carry on till the later futures. So, yeah. But I'm going to take these guys down there. I already warned him. He has lanterns of his own. You know, some of them he's gotten from me. But I'll bring these guys that we can set on a table and light them up and enjoy a patriotic color guard to our barbecue that we're going to do, and enjoy celebrating our independence. And it will be 249 years tomorrow. 249 years next year will be the 250th anniversary of our country. I wonder if there's going to be anything being done. I mean, that's kind of a deal, right? 250? Right? I know. It's kind of crazy. But anyhow, we'll see when 2026 comes along, if there's any spectacular extravaganzas. But anyway, yeah, I hope you guys have a very safe and memorable 4th of July, however you choose to observe. And to shout out to the North, happy belated Canada Day for all my Canadian subscribers. And I lived in Canada for a couple of years, and I remember Canada Day, and it was always a lot of fun. So, hope you guys had a fun one a couple days ago. Anyway, yeah, well, I know it's a short video, but that's what I got for this week. I don't have any lanterns to share, but just these beautiful classics wearing our nation's colors. So, however you choose to celebrate, please enjoy and do it safely, and eat a lot of good food. By all means, do that. And enjoy your time with your family and your friends. And don't take it for granted. Yeah, you never know. I know, sounds a little morbid, but I'm just saying, always enjoy the time you have now, because tomorrow is never a guarantee. That's right. So, in these words, I say, go have fun. And happy 4th of July. See you next week. Bye. Sit, boo boo, sit. Good dog.